Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday Coffee with Jexo, where we scan through last week's news and updates from across the Atlassian universe. I'm Caitlin from Atlassian.
And I'm Biro from Jexo. Good morning. The links for the sources of the topics we're going to discuss today are all linked in the description. And also, the show is available to watch on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. If you're the podcasting type, there's a Spotify option for you. Navigate to the Monday Coffee page listed in the description for all of the streaming options. Caitlin, I'm grateful you're helping me today with the news. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Biro. I'm really happy to be here.
All right, shall we? I'll get us started then. October Growth Spurt. At the end of August, Christine De La Rosa announced a competition in Teamwork Lab Group in Atlassian community. This Growth Spurt competition was held over 2 weeks in September. It was created to help incentivize engagement from the community on the type of content that group members want to see more of. Basically, team leading this group wants to understand the content you like, so they do more of it. The September competition is now completed, but fear not. I'm here to let you know that Christine just announced another growth spurt for October. Atlassian will bribe the top 25 active members in the Teamwork Lab group. All you have to do is as much of the actions listed in the post, like, for example, feedback on articles via comments, attend an event, welcome new members on the intro page, etc. And you'll get a chance to win a fancy light speaker or a limited edition Atlassian hat. You got from today until the 24th of this month, October. So go ham on the Teamwork Lab group in the community.
Yes, and I had a look at those hats. They are very cool, so worth looking into. All right, we have a very cool opportunity actually from one of the Atlassian community groups to hone speaking skills. So the speaker bench is calling out for new members to join the group and challenge themselves to speak at an Atlassian community event. This would be a great experience for plenty of friendly peers around to provide support and encouragement to grow your speaking skills. This is running through the 1st of October all the way through to the 31st of December, so plenty of time to try that out. And better still, they are offering a speaker kit for those who are confirmed speakers at an event. I reckon I could do with one of those kits myself. I am currently 2 headsets down, so I should probably get that sorted.
Oh wow, that's cool. Well, actually, I have people in my team in the marketing group. For example, Jem, lead digital marketing, and she's just stepping into these kind of speaking events. She actually has 2 Jira Con events, and she's planning to do a whole marketing video series, just teaching people in the community. So I think she's super interested in the competition just for that mic and that light.
Yes, good for her. I hope they go well.
I'm super excited about this new feature that was just launched. I'm sure a lot of other Jira users will be as well. Brian, a product manager from Jira software team, posted last week on the community forum announcing the release of a new team managed project feature. The option to assign dedicated workflows for different issue types. This means that from now on, you can be as granular as you want in a single project and have different predefined statuses for example, bugs versus epics and so on. The way this will work is once you edit your workflow and hit update, you'll be prompted to specify for what issue type that change should apply. Also, once you generate a different workflow for an issue type, you'll see the columns breakdown per issue type workflow in the screen to edit Kanban workflow columns. So you can customize statuses assigned to columns per issue type. That is super neat. And honestly, I love this feature because it helps bring cross-team activities under one project roof. It means that if I want to kickstart a project with devs and marketing that will follow different workflows for their tasks, I can easily do that under one project by having them use different issue types. I'm really looking forward for more powerful features like this in the future.
That's great. You know, as a researcher, I hear a lot about people trying to engage all different kinds of teams into Jira. So I think that this will be a really positive step to getting everybody into this tool. So now, this is exciting. As a researcher, I've dug into the nerdy details around this 4-day work week, and it's pretty compelling stuff. So this is an article about the experience of the 4-day work week. Apparently people are just as productive, if not more productive, with 4 working days instead of 5, as hard as that is to believe. That's what the science says. And a few Atlassian teams have been giving this a go. Not the research team just yet. I'm too busy talking about apps for that. However, for those of you who are interested in this experiment and maybe wanting to learn how these Atlassian teams have found it, you can join the office hours and ask all your burning questions from this team. So what do you reckon? Would you give it a go?
Well, yeah, actually I had Cody from AppFire a few Monday coffees ago. He had the article of the week, which was about what is the optimal number of hours to work per week. Basically an article from Atlassian. And that article mentioned 38 hours, and you shouldn't be working more than 50 hours per week. And I had a discussion with him on this. I truly believe that you can be as efficient in 4 days versus 5, probably even more efficient. So basically, you being too busy with research in 5 days, you're probably the same busy in 4 days as.
I have work up to my ears. I'm busy, can't step away.
As well.
Excuses.
If not less busier.
Yeah.
By definition. So yeah, I think we will move to 4 days a week somewhere next year. We have kind of like some inflection point coming up, and at that point we'll probably transition to 4 days a week. We do have to deal with making sure that we cover for a customer support in that sense for our applications for 5 days a week, but we'll probably distribute the team to work some on Friday versus Monday and so on. But yeah, we're definitely heading there as well.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how that goes for you. Good for you and good for the team. Yeah.
Fundamentally, we just want to make sure that are in a good place to make sure that we can pay our bills, and beyond that, you know, we can experiment as much as we want. And there's enough paper to prove that 4 days a week is as optimal as 5 days, 5 even more.
Better, yeah, especially, you know, with burnout being an issue since everyone's gone remote. I think it's probably a strategic move for everybody's mental well-being and workplace well-being, actually.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so next up, Snyk's funding round. So Snyk is a great example of a promising company that has a unique perspective around developer security and is eager to revolutionize this space at an accelerated speed. And all of the funding commotion lately is a solid statement of that. It's interesting to see Snyk do another deal with Atlassian and Salesforce super shortly after the incredible $500 million Series F round, where the two companies participated, yet with another smaller share. We did report on that when it happened not long ago. So far, Snyk has raised $850 million, and about 10% of that from Atlassian and Salesforce. And it makes total sense. Both of these companies nurture developer ecosystems. We're part of one, and I know how committed Atlassian is to evolve away from legacy and do things a bit differently. That includes empowering developers by making accessible what was once expensive security practices and tooling. That's great stuff, Snyk. Keep it up and put all that money to good use, please.
Yeah, I think this is great. I know security can be a real challenge for especially smaller organizations as they're starting up. And with this push towards cloud, it's really hard to get this stuff right, but more and more organizations care about this. It's important. So the focus on this, it's really positive, and I'm really glad to see it. Let's hope they do put that money to good use. I'm sure they will. All right, and so the article of the week. I don't know how this happened, but we've got another Sciencey news item, just in time for my ecosystem news. Thank you. Thank you for finding all of these for me. So this one is really an interesting read. This is from our resident futurist, Dominic Price, who's written this article on the Workday blog. Essentially telling us boredom is the secret to our creative blocks. The idea is that trying to be productive can actually hinder your productivity. This is especially the case for knowledge workers. I actually remember reading this very cool study back in the day, actually when I was an undergrad some time ago, that showed that creative genius really boiled down to making unexpected connections that nobody has thought of before. It's a little bit like your brain is a slot machine, and then every now and then, it goes through the slots and you hit a winning combo. And Dom points out how hard it can be engaging in divergent thinking when you just don't have the downtime from your work. And so Dom suggests actually booking in an hour a week to do anything except expect productive output from yourself, and to do this with your teams as well. I heard a neuroscientist actually recommend spending time learning a language, and that can be a really good way to focus on something completely different from your work, get that psychological space from your work, but also help you think a little bit in divergent ways or in unexpected ways and make some unexpected connections. So at the moment, my non-productive time is more like scrolling TikTok at the moment, but maybe I'll try and pick up a language again soon. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe that might be more productive, useful. Although TikTok, to be honest, I do this quite a bit. So as you probably know and can see, I'm into filmmaking, lights, cameras, and things like that. So I watch quite a bit of YouTube in that topic. So I'm able to learn a lot. Not just that, but also watching influencers and their type of content. That helps a lot. That was the inspiration for Monday Coffee. It's inspiration for a lot of the things that we do at Jexo, and that's why we're also trying to be a bit bolder and different than others. But so coming to my point, watching TikTok, you can potentially link some of the learnings from the platform in unexpected ways back to Atlassian, to put it like that. But I'm sure that learning a language and reading things, it's useful as well.
I don't know. Now you've sold me on TikTok for my non-productive time. I'm going to lean into this a little bit more. You never know what kind of connections I'm going to get out of that.
Exactly. So yeah, when you're scrolling TikTok and someone asks you, "What are you doing?" It's for research purposes.
Exactly. You wouldn't understand. It's a research thing. It's science-based.
Yep. All right, Caitlin. Before we close, do you have anything for us? Any updates? Any news from your behalf?
Yes, actually, we have something very cool coming up. We have a panel on a conference. The conference is called Epic, and it is actually a research conference. I'm going to be speaking alongside our head of research, Lisa, as well as two other researchers. We're going to be talking a little bit about the research methods that we apply to ecosystem, but even cooler, we're going to have some special guests. Do you know who that is?
Is it me?
You.
And Adam.
And Adam.
From Big Brass.
Adam from Big Brass Band. Yes. So this is the first for me, and I'm very excited. It's not just us researchers talking about research methods. It's actually the people who engage in the other side of our research methods coming in and keeping us honest and sharing your perspectives. And so it's pretty cool, if I do say so myself, and I'm really looking forward to this. And we actually have an article that we put out kind of speaking to some of our approaches so far and some of our experiences, which is available freely under, I think it's Epic People.
Yeah. Well, we shall see. I really hope that I'm going to do you justice. I'm sure you're going to have a brilliant delivery. I really hope that I don't fudge it up in any way, but we'll see. I'll be as genuine as possible with my experience. I know you and I had a few interactions in the research department, and we'll see what comes out of that, basically. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Caitlin. That's about it for news about Atlassian. I hope you enjoy Monday Coffee with Jexo, whether you're watching us live or recorded later. Great work with the news today, Caitlin. Thank you again for doing this, and I'm looking forward to sharing the stage with you at Epic People Conference. Should be a good session.
Thanks so much for inviting me, and I'll see you on the panel soon.
Join me next week when the one and only Nikki will be back hosting. Yes, she's back fresh from holiday, so I'm looking forward to it. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss the next stream, and have a great week, everyone.